there's something you want to do, whether that's writing a book, learning a language, hitting the gym more, or even starting a business. There's something. Yet every time you try to do that thing, you hear these doubts, you feel anxious, and so you run away. But the doubt you hear and the anxiety you feel, that's not you. That's years of society's conditioning working against you. And in this video, I'm going to open your eyes up to this truth and show you how to break away from a society that wants to keep you weak. I'm going to help you take back your power so you can finally invest your energy in things that matter to you and live the type of life you want. Now, our society has been working against us since the day we came in. And I'm going to dive more into that later on in this video, but I just want you to be aware that we are up against some strong forces. And those forces controlled my life for 4 years. Back when I was in high school, around like 2017, my back then girlfriend dumped me. And I was distraught. And in an attempt to feel better, I told myself, if I can get rich, then I can get it back. So let's figure out how to get rich so I can get it back. And that was literally the start of my desire for financial freedom. Of course, it's changed over the years and as I matured, but that was the starting point, to just be rich, to get some money back. Regardless, I remember looking up online how to get rich, and one of the first things that popped up was trading. You know, if you know about trading, I feel like everybody knows penny trading, forex trading, stocks, all that stuff. And I decided to go all in on that. And so for 4 years, guess what I did? I studied the stock market. I read a book after book. I listened to podcasts. I filled up like 3 thick notebooks with notes of trading. I joined groups. I literally spent money to learn from other people, and when things got like towards the end, I even joined a pyramid scheme and was copying other people's trades so I can make money. But here's the thing I never did during those 4 years. I never trusted myself enough to go out on my own and trade without any type of help, without looking for anything. No, I never traded on my own. There's even a feature where you could paper trade, which meant you could trade with fake money to get your feet wet and you get more of an understanding. I didn't even do that because I thought I need to learn more. I need the right information. I need the right mentor. I just needed something, but I never trusted that what I had was enough. And so I spent 4 years learning to trade, but never trusting myself enough to actually trade. Now, that's my story. That's a big, the thing is, I'm telling you, I spent 4 years doing this, and I'm trying to say it's not like that's a big time to spend investing in something, but never trusting yourself enough to take that leap and actually go deeper. But then I think about people who are in their 70s, 60s, who spent 40, 50 years knowing what they wanted, but never taking the action to go after it. So those 4 years I spent was minuscule compared to the time you actually can spend never doing what you want, just because you don't trust yourself, just because you doubt yourself, just because you have anxiety, and so you run away from what you want. Now, this lack of self-trust runs deep, and you might be saying, well, none of this stuff really points to me, because I may feel doubt, but I know I can do it. Okay, well, imagine you're watching a movie, right? We all love movies. Imagine you're watching a movie and the ending is left for interpretation. So we don't know what happens exactly at the ending, but it's up to you to decide. If you watch that movie, would you move on with your life and not worry about the ending and just be okay with your own interpretation? Or would you look up online for other people's interpretation to find the right one, to get a deep analysis of the movie that someone else did that didn't come for you? I know this is a small example, but that is just an example of that, the fact that we don't trust ourselves. Because if we really trusted ourselves, we wouldn't go looking for validation from other sources to tell us that our thinking is right. No, we would say, this thinking feels good to me, feels right to me, so I'm going to move forward. Instead, it's, did I get this right? Am I thinking right? Let me look online. And we can make the debate that, what, maybe I just like getting different perspectives on movies and diving deeper, and if that's you, that's cool. But for most of us, that's not the case. Most of us just don't trust how we think, how we feel, and we look outside to guide us. And this may seem insignificant. Like, what's the problem of just looking for other people to show us where to go? Well, that's the problem in itself. When you look for other people, you're essentially asking for permission to act. Why do you need permission? If you want to go to the gym, why do you have to watch tons of videos giving you all these different exercises, all these different stretches, all these different plans, when you could just go ahead and go to the gym? Why? You're looking for permission. If you want to start a business, and this isn't me saying you shouldn't educate yourself. Always, education is important. And before I started posting on YouTube or even public speaking, I watched some videos to help me get a better understanding. That's okay. The problem is when we overdo it. And most of the time, we overdo it. We overplan, we overwatch videos, we overstudy, we overdo it so much when we could just know a little bit of what we want to do and go ahead and get started. Instead, we know what we want and we feel like we gotta know every single thing, go through every single source, take every class before we act on what we know. Like, it doesn't make sense. But that's why this stuff matters. Because if you don't trust yourself and act on your own judgment, you are going to be relying on other people to do your thinking and your judgment and everything for you. But imagine how different things would be if you trusted yourself more. Like, you want to be looking for permission to act. You would have an idea and you say, oh, this is cool. Let me go ahead and start making moves on that. You wouldn't spend so long doing the research and studying and looking to others for advice. You would do an adequate amount so you can get some information, and then you would go right for the thing you want to do. Like, you would move so differently. You would be the type of person that gets things done because you're not waiting for people to tell you how to do it or what to do, any of that stuff. And again, like I'm saying, it's okay to do your research, but it's not okay when you're overdoing it, and most of us are overdoing it. So when you learn to trust yourself again, you throw all that to the side and you become more action oriented. You still learn, but it's more action. And then when you take action and realize something that you need more information on, then you can stop and look that up to get that information and then come back to the action. And I hope I'm making sense here. But the issue here is we understand the problem is we don't trust ourselves, and we like to think we do. I would like to think I do. But when you look over what you're doing and how you're moving, then that will show the truth of it. Do you really trust yourself? Because if you trusted yourself, you would already be doing the things you want to do, and you would stay consistent with it because you trust, you can figure it out and grow from it. But if you don't have that trust, then you could try something, but you're going to give up. You could want to do something, but you don't trust in your ability, so you just spend way too long, like I did, 4 years studying from other people and spending money to copy other people's trades instead of making your own. Like, that is what will happen if you don't learn to trust yourself again. But then the issue is, we grew up in a school system from 0 to 18. Well, like, I guess like 2, 3 years. Whenever you start school, like 3 or 4, 3 to 18. Okay, I will say that. We spend years learning from a school system that is designed to make us workers. The curriculum hasn't been updated. The system hasn't been updated. We are still going to school that's been designed to make us workers. So our schooling system teaches us to sit still and shut up, to ask for permission before doing anything. And it teaches us that there's one right answer to everything. Unless like you're in math and you got a good math teacher and they show you the different ways to get to the same answer, most of our schooling taught us that there's a right or the wrong answer, and you better make sure you get the right answer, and if you don't have the right answer, then you're a failure. So why would, when we get out of school that teaches us that, why would we have any drive, any motivation to go after things we want to when we don't have any instructions? Because you've been taught that we need instructions, we need a teacher, we don't have a teacher, We don't have the right answers. We don't have anything. And so we think before I can even go for what I want, I need to have that teacher aspect. I need to learn as much. I need to have as many plans ready. I need to whatever excuse you make. But it all comes down to we still have that student mentality that was ingrained in us from years of teaching. And that's why I spent those 4 years just studying, trading, and looking to others to make my trades, because I felt like I didn't have the right answers, the right information myself. I didn't trust in myself to figure that stuff out. And so I delegated all of that to other people, and I still barely made any money in the end. I wonder how it would be if I trusted myself and started trading as is. I would make mistakes, but I would learn from them. And then that would change how I study, because if I'm making the same mistake, I can say, well, maybe I can research this and figure out what's going on, and then I can get back into it. And maybe if I get around that problem, I'll figure out another problem. Now I'm actually acting and learning instead of just learning. Like, you see the difference? Acting is when you do it and you see where you're getting held up at, and then you go back to the books to figure it out. Learning is when you just learn. And that's it. Now, none of this is your fault. You didn't go around asking to be programmed to be weak-minded and need someone to hold your hand to take you to the promised land. You did not ask for that. It's not your fault. But now you're faced with a decision. You can continue going through this life with the conditioning you have and continue struggling to make any progress, because that's what you've been doing so far. You've been struggling. Or you can relearn to trust yourself. You can learn to stop asking for permission and start taking action and learn the right way to learn. And it's not hard. But you gotta make that decision for yourself. And whatever you decide will impact your future. If you keep this weak mindset, this school conditioning that was put on you, nothing will change. If you relearn to trust yourself, to act without permission, and how to actually learn, things will change for you. So next question is, how do you redo this conditioning? How do you start learning the right things that will make me a better human? How do I do these things? The answer is simple. If we went to school and we were taught to be weak-minded, to be obedient sheep, and to listen to the rules and whatever, well, all we gotta do is go back to school. For that teaches us how to trust ourselves. That teaches us how to take initiative. That teaches us to not procrastinate. It teaches us to be disciplined. That makes us stronger individuals. And the best school that will teach you this is self-schooling. I could have used a better word, but basically, read self-help books as much as possible. Just read as many as you can. If you just start reading 5 pages of a self-help book every day, you will notice a big difference. Because it's not the fact that you're reading that changes anything. It's the fact that you're allowing different perspectives to get into your head. And that's what you need. You need to expand your mindset to think differently. Because until you start thinking differently, nothing's going to change for you. And that's why I'm suggesting you read as many self-help books as possible. I remember about 2 days ago, me and one of my friends, we were on the phone. And we were talking about our lives before we started reading self-help and after we started reading self-help. And she told me that before, like, the first self-help book she read was Atomic Habits. And that book may ring some bells in your head because I mentioned Atomic Habits so much. But that was the first book she read. And she told me before then, she was overweight. She wasn't where she wanted to be at. But after reading Atomic Habits, everything shifted for her. I mean, she's got her own business. She's working on herself. She's a content creator like me. She's healthy. Like, she is moving in a better direction because self-help expanded her mind and showed her the possibilities. For me, I was a complete degenerate. I mean, smoking, eating junk, staying up late, being in group chat, starting up drama, watching porn. Like, I did it all. And when I read Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, my first self-help book, my life changed, and you see who I am now. And why did it change? It changed because it gave me different information. And that's the biggest thing we aren't given. Especially when you leave school, because now we're not even looking for any information. So reading self-help will literally change so much about you. You might be thinking, I don't understand, like, how would this really do anything? You'd be surprised. I remember working at Walmart. I had a coworker who, I'll call him Chad. I had a coworker named Chad. And when we met, he confided in me that he just wasn't doing good. He was depressed. He didn't have any like hobbies. He just felt like life was meaningless. It was just work and sleep. And I remember one time he was complaining to me, just like pouring all his life problems on me. And I literally said, okay, here's the book. I handed him Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. A self-help book. I literally just handed him the book and went about my day. 2 days later, he came to me and said he started reading the book, and it was already changing his life. He was like, I literally cannot complain about my situation because it could be 10 times worse. But not only that, he started becoming disciplined. He started to value working out, and he would come up to my place and we would work out together. His depression, he got better. He told me that himself. He literally he sent me a voice memo, and I still have it to this day. I'm not going to show it, but he went from this unhappy worker with nothing to give him fulfillment outside of work, feeling stuck, to working out. He actually enrolled back in college. He started looking for getting promoted at his job at Walmart, and things just, he felt he took more control over his life. And why? It's because he read a self-help book, and that book expanded his mindset and challenged him and pushed him. And that is what we need in this day and age, something to challenge how we think and push us to grow. So reading self-help books will help you, and if you need help getting started, I do have a list of resources in my description. You can go check them out. And I'll even have a website you can go on to get used books for cheap, and they're all in pretty good condition. I buy from them all the time. I'm not sponsored, but I'm just saying. So go ahead and buy a book now, or just try to find a PDF, a free version of a book, or just look online the book you want to read with audiobook next to it, because sometimes you can find those books for free audibly. Regardless, this is a pivotal moment. Most people, when they leave school, they don't read anymore, and that's why most people's lives go downhill. But if you want things to be different, you got to go against the tide, and you got to start reading more. This is a quote by Jim Rohn, who was a very successful businessman and public speaker, and he said, reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary. So my question to you is, will you rise? And this is a very simple thing. Reading is very simple, but the changes it does to you is dramatic. Now, if you got this far to the video, I know that you have ambition and you want things to be different. Reading is a good tool to do that, but it will do nothing if you're unaware of the big force holding you down. And this is a force that we've all been conditioned to treat as law. The default mode. So what's the default mode? We all know it. It's when you wake up about 2 hours before work, you head to work, rush there, come back tired, and you eat some junk food and sit in front of the TV or your phone and scroll until it's time to go to bed, and then you crash out, and then you wake up and you go back to work, and that repeats for years and years. And then you have 2 days off, and the first day you crash, you don't do anything, and the second day you're dreading getting ready for work, and repeats for years and years and years until you retire. And then when you retire, if you even can, because nowadays that's becoming increasingly challenging, you retire and all you think about are the golden days of you clocking in and clocking out of work. That's default mode, and we have all literally been conditioned to do this. We have been conditioned. We went to school to teach us to be workers. So this is a big force that is holding you down, holding ambitious people like us down. So the only way we're going to take control is learning how to live more intentionally rather than going down the default mode that was set up for us. Now, if that's something you're interested in, I do have coaching. It's one-on-one. It's going to be the first link in my description, which will show you how to take back control of your life, how to be intentional, and how to start making progress. I'm going to walk you through everything. I'll be your partner in this endeavor. Check out that link if you're interested. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I got to sneeze. Whew. Anyway, you love this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you want me to talk about anything. I'm making one video a week, so I have more time to dive into one topic. So if you have anything you want to talk about, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on it. Regardless, I'll see you for the next one, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.